Most people are doing email marketing completely wrong. They collect emails, they blast out generic campaigns, hope something sticks, but here's the problem. Not every lead is the same. Some people are ready to buy right now and others just kind of window shopping, but the secret is prioritization. If you're consistently collecting emails and new subscribers, but you're not segmenting them properly, you're leaving money on the table. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how we identify the hottest leads, we segment our lists and turn email subscribers into actual paying clients. This isn't about sending more emails, it's about sending the right emails to the right people at the right time. So let's go ahead and get into it. So if you're not familiar with the platform that I'm showing right now, it's called Go High Level. It's a client relationship management tool. In my opinion, it is the best client relationship management tool. So just to give you a quick rundown, you can manage all of your conversations, all of your calendars. You can create calendar links just like you would in something like Calendly. You can house your contacts, create opportunities for your sales pipeline, collect payments, marketing campaigns, automations, websites, landing pages, etc. Does literally everything that you need. This video is not long enough for me to go into all of that, but I do have a lot of content on my page going over this platform specifically. Let's get back to it and jump into exactly what we're going to do here. So we're going to go down to the marketing area. And if you look up here, you're going to see emails and you can select that where you can make campaigns and templates. What we're going to do is we're going to create a template. The reason why I want to create a template is because I don't like doing things myself and I'm not a very creative person. So I like being able to select specifically from templates that they've already created for us, which this comes with the platform. It comes stock. For example, I can come up here and I can drag and drop just about anything that I want. I can back out and I could probably even start from somewhere like, if I was gonna create new, and I can select from email marketing templates. We can see all of the pretty designs here that I would never be able to make myself. So I'm gonna scroll down, I'm gonna find one that I like. I want it to be relatively simple, like I'm not trying to make it look like a landing page or a website or anything, but I also don't want it to look like this one here. So let's scroll down, let's see if we can find one that just has a little bit of something. This is probably about perfect. We're gonna go ahead and go with this one. And then we're gonna continue here. All right, and now this is loaded up. Let's go ahead and make some changes here. So I'm gonna change this image. So let's go ahead and make an edit here. And we're gonna upload an image that we have in the library. Let's see if I have any media that's like already here. Okay, cool. So some selected media. Let's choose this guy. That does not look good at all. How about we just try creating something else? What's this look like? Okay, we're just gonna keep the placeholder there for the sake of this video. We have a nice image there. I like that. And then we are gonna have ChatGPT write some emails for us. So I'm gonna go over here to ChatGPT and I'm just gonna make one email to kind of break down exactly the point that I'm trying to get across here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is say, write me an email campaign, and let's just say we're a marketing agency. For a marketing agency, we have just collected a new lead and this will be for our welcome sequence. We are running a 40% off your first month offer, and let's just leave it at that and see what we get. Beautiful. Okay, so now I can take all of this information. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this. Beautiful. So we're gonna copy, we're gonna go back over to Go High Level. I like how it kept the Hey first name very bold, but what we need to do is use the custom values or custom fields that actually come with High Level, so it actually populates the person's name. So if you look up here in the top right corner, you'll see custom values. We can select this, select contact, and you can go first name. Now it's gonna say, hey, contact first name, and it's actually gonna include the person's actual first name, so it looks personalized. So now we have our logo that we would probably put up here. We have a little image here. Actually, I actually want it to be even more simple. So here's what we're gonna do. So now we have our logo, we have the line I'm gonna create, and then we have our message, and then we have our call to action. Now for us specifically, I'm gonna open up a new tab. I'm gonna go to our website, and I'm gonna copy our booking page, and I want this to have our booking link. So the URL is gonna be our booking link. So if people wanna click and actually book, it's right there. And this is enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna delete any of this here. Typically what you wanna do with most of your email campaigns, you don't want it to be call to action after call to action after call to action. The biggest thing is trying to provide as much value as possible, especially if you're sending frequent emails out there. So it's more of like, depending on the industry that you're in. So if you are in marketing, send SEO tips, send Facebook ads tips. If you have a YouTube page, direct them to your YouTube channel. So it's more like a value, call to action, value, call to action. The goal is to really get get people to trust you and get them to even look forward to receiving your emails and receiving the value that you're able to provide. And then eventually you're top of mind for that person at all times. And when that call to action comes around and you continue to kind of build up your email subscriber list, it becomes more and more likely that a larger number of people are going to click that call to action button and actually schedule an appointment. For this case, we're going to keep it simple here. We have a welcome email. We didn't put too much thought into it, but there is a science to email copywriting, and you should really put some time into crafting the campaigns. Email copy it's complex enough where I would need an entire video to go into just that. I don't really want to just make it a portion of what I'm doing here. So the point of this is to be able to segment your list and actually prioritize the right type of people. But if you feel like you need some help with email copy, make a comment and I can make a video on that specifically. But in this case, we just have a welcome email. We have a call to action, right? So I want to click this and the call to action is going to be something like book now. Let's go book here. And then we're going to save this template. All right, cool. And we're going to change the name of this template to welcome email. Now, what I would typically do is I would create like 7, 8, 9, 10 emails for this welcome sequence. The more the better, to be honest. But the goal here, right, we have the template made, and what I want to do is I want to go to automations, and I'm going to come to my test folder, and I'm going to create a new folder here, and we're going to call it emails. Now what I want to do, we're also going to go up here before we create any automations. I'm going to go to opportunities and I'm going to create a new pipeline. So we're going to go to pipelines, create new pipeline, and we are going to call this email cadence. Pipeline stage number 1 is going to be new subscribers. Stage number 2 is going to be opened emails, clicked call or clicked CTA, and hot prospects. Now, if I come back to opportunity section and I go to email cadence, I'll see all of my stages here. Now, here is where this gets interesting. So if I come down to automation, what I can do is go to test and go to my emails folder. We're going to create a new workflow and we're going to call this welcome sequence. And let's just say contact created is the trigger here. So anytime a contact is created in the system, they're automatically going to be added to this welcome sequence. We're going to send an email from name, just user full name, from email. We'll go account, email, subject, whatever we want it to be. Template we're going to select is welcome email. So that's all in here and ready to go. We're going to save that action. Now we're going to have an if else condition. First one is going to be opened. Actually, we're going to leave this as is. So we have contact created, email is going to be sent, and we're going to go ahead and turn this on and we're going to publish it. Now, ideally, you would want to put like a wait period here, and you would wait 2 days, whatever it might be, and you would have, like I said, 7, 8, 9, 10 emails in this sequence, and you could just kind of duplicate this as you continue to go, whatever it might be. Okay, so we're going to save this. I'm going to back out. I'm going to create another one. So we're going to create another workflow. We're going to start from scratch. This time the trigger is going to be, we're going to call this opened, email events. If the email gets opened, we are going to update the opportunity. We're going to move it to the email cadence pipeline. We're going to move it to the opened emails pipeline stage. We're going to click this little tag here, and we're just naming the opportunity the contact name. So this is how we're going to be able to see what that opportunity actually is. I always make it the contact full name so that I can just see the name on the opportunity. This is just a default thing that I always do. So email cadence in pipeline stage. Here, perfect. One thing we're going to do as well is we want to update the pipeline in the initial email that we're sending out. So once the contact is created, we're also going to update the opportunity into the email cadence. New subscribers this time, right, instead of the opened, because this is what's going to happen first. So first they're going to submit their information or become a contact or whatever it might be, but then we want to update their opportunity to go into the new subscribers, and then if they open the email, that's when they move to the next stage. So hopefully that makes sense. And then same thing, contact full name here. And then we're going to back out. We're going to create a new workflow starting from scratch. And we're going to call this clicked. We're going to go to email events. Click the email. So this is anybody who clicked like the call to action that you have in your email. And we're going to update the opportunity. Email cadence. Clicked. Opportunity name. Full name. And we are going to save. So now, if someone clicks that booked button, they're gonna move to the next stage. So this is how we create the order of priority. So anybody who has subscribed to our email list is gonna be in that first stage, right? And let me go back here so I can give you the view of the entire opportunity section. So if anybody comes in, submits their information, is a new contact created in the system, becomes an email subscriber, they come into this stage here. Then if someone actually opens the email, they automatically move into this stage. If someone clicks the email, they automatically move to this stage. And then here's what we want to do. So hot prospects. We want to make sure the people who are most active in our systems, we're able to distinguish them between the ones that aren't as active. So here is what we're going to do. First, we're going to go to settings. We're going to create a custom field. We're going to add a field and we're going to click number. We're going to click next and we're going to call this opened emails, put it in general, and we're going to save. We're going to create another one, a number, clicked emails, general, and we're going to save. Now we're going to create a couple more workflows. We're going to go to test, our email folder. We're going to create another workflow and we're going to create from scratch. This one is going to be email events. So when they open the email, what we're going to do here, we're going to call this opened email counting. So when they open the email, what we're going to do is we're going to add a math operation and we're going to select the field. It's going to be a custom field, opened emails. We're going to add a value, 1, and the field we're going to update is the opened emails. Perfect. So now what this means is that every time an email is opened, we're going to add 1 to this custom field. So we're basically counting how much that contact is actually engaging with our email. So we want to know how many times they're actually opening the email, and then we're going to create another one. And I know I'm moving through this kind of fast, so if you need it to slow down, just rewind the video, watch it a couple of times, etc. So this one is going to be clicked counting, email events. The event is going to be clicked, and we're going to save. We're going to do another math operation and clicked emails. We're going to add a value of 1 every time someone clicks the email. And I want you to stop and ask yourself, which one is higher priority? This might sound like a stupid question. Those that open the emails or those that click the emails? People that are taking further action, the ones that are clicking the emails, are actually higher priority because they're not only opening the email and reading it, but now they're engaging with the content that's actually in the email itself. So now we can count how many times the people have, each contact has opened the email and how many times they've clicked it. Now here's where everything gets cool. Or a little bit cooler. So we're going to go back and I'm going to create another. And the reason why, I know this is a lot of workflows, but this is why we organize them into folders. Because if I go back, now I just have them all in this email folder here. So I'm going to create another workflow. We're going to start from scratch. And we're going to name this, okay, so contact changed is one of the triggers that you can use. So what we're going to do is we have 2 custom fields here. So we're going to go with opened first. So contact change is the trigger, opened emails has changed to, and then we're gonna go, now what this is saying is if someone has opened our emails, like one contact, a specific contact has opened our emails more than 10 times, we are gonna update this opportunity and move them to hot prospects. Because these are people who are really, really looking forward to everything that we're sending to them. Contact, full name, boom. So now they've opened our emails 10 times, right? A single person is that engaged to our emails. They're opening almost every one that we send. So we're gonna update the opportunity and we're gonna move it to that hot prospect stage. Now we can categorize that person as being more interested than everybody else, right? So this category of people is going to start stacking up over time. And you can start catering messages specifically to those people and sending more personalized approaches to those people, since that you know a couple of things about them, like they are engaging with your content, they like your content more than the average person, they might be opening your emails more than the average person or clicking the emails more than the average person. So we can start creating content and catering it specifically to them with maybe more aggressive calls to action, or maybe even more valuable. Maybe you take some time to put together some PDFs specifically for them, or better lead magnets that provide even more value, courses, material, etc. Something that's really going to get those people engaged because you know they're interested, right? If you're sending a blast to a bunch of people with these types of lead magnets, you don't know who's interested and who's not. This is really how you get down to segmenting and organizing your email subscriber list in order of priority. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on, and then we're going to do the exact same thing with, and I'm actually going to come down to update priority. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. And I'm doing this all in separate workflows, so those of you that are used to using Go High Level, you're probably like, I know an easier way that you can do this in one workflow. Yes, probably, but I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. So we're gonna go update priority 2. Perfect. And then the only difference is that we're gonna make this clicked emails has changed to, and we only need a little bit less, right? Because if someone's clicked our emails more than 5 times, that person is probably, I mean, you could say equally as high priority as someone who's just opened the emails 10. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do this, making them high priority. We're gonna update this and we're good. So now if I go back to the opportunity section, everything that we just did, here's what happened. New contact is created, somebody submits a form, they come in the new subscribers. They open the email, they're automatically gonna come here. They click something in the email or they open up your calendar, whatever your call to action is, they come here. They select your lead magnet, whatever. They're gonna come here. Now, if they've done that, if they've opened up your emails 10 times or more, they're gonna come into hot prospects. If they've clicked your emails more than 5 times, then they're gonna come into hot prospects. And now what you can do is create emails, lead magnets, or specific things that are catering more to that audience. And I can come to contacts. I can filter my leads based on where they are at in their pipeline stage. And I can select email cadence, hot prospects, and now I only want to send, I can select all of the contacts, and I only want to send an email to them. And maybe it's a really exclusive offer just for them, a school community offer, a course offer, a lead, like a very strong lead magnet. Maybe you can send a personalized email approach if you collected their phone number, start sending them text messages, whatever it might be, something that's going to prioritize those leads that might take a little bit more energy, but at least you know that they're taking more action than everybody else. Thank you for watching this video. The only reason we make these types of videos is really just to provide as much value as possible and give you the ability to make more money. We do stuff like this for our clients, so if for whatever reason you don't have the time to do this type of stuff by yourself, you can use us for help. There's a link below in the description where you can book an appointment or join our school community where we actually teach you to do so much more. It's 100% free. There's free group calls, a bunch of free courses. We also have a link in the description below so you can try Go High Level for 30 days for free just to see if you like it if you've never used it before. So thank you for watching the content. Really appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next one.